1051.
Hey, this is your girl Lucinda Cross, and I'm here to just talk to you about the Activate Your Vision Board kit. And the reason why you need to get this kit is because it includes all of the equipment, all of the tools, and the tips and strategies that I use to support others in following and creating their vision board.
Shout out EmEz and tune in to the sit down.
Boy, you should have known by now. Easy does, easy does, easy does.
Jermaine Man, EmEz, this is the sit down. And across from me this afternoon is Miss Lucinda Cross, speaker and author.
Yes.
Hello, how are you this afternoon?
I'm awesome. I'm great.
What brings you to me today?
It could be a mix of things. It could be the background story of getting here. You know, my thing is from transporting dope to transporting hope. It could be the appearance with Queen Boss that featured on BET and Centric. So it's a number of great things that got me here.
There's a lot of things going on in our environment.
Yes.
This is very testy, let's just say. Were you at the Women's March? Did you take part at least?
Well, we took part. I was on a cruise, a women's cruise, where I was speaking at. And we kind of did our own little march in support of what they was doing. But I supported the women who went. Okay,
so now tell me some of the backstory now. From selling dope to selling...
Transporting dope.
That's amazing.
Transporting dope, not selling it.
That's amazing. Let's hear about this story.
So for me, you know, starting out in college, I was brought up...
Where did you go to college?
I went to Iona College.
Okay, so you're from New York.
I'm from New York.
Okay, go ahead. Trying to see where this dope thing leads.
Born and raised in the Bronx, Gun Hill Projects.
Oh, yeah, there it goes, dope Bronx. Connected the dots already. Didn't take long. Go ahead.
So what happened is, I'm going to a private college. Iona's pretty up there, you know, prestigious, different crowd.
Bunch of white kids with bread.
Exactly. And so as I'm sitting there, I'm working part-time at the movie theater,
Not making
babysitting.
enough.
Exactly. So I'm looking at the girls who's getting money. I'm looking at the girls who's driving the Lexuses. Back then, Lexus and Beamers was the hot thing. And
this is true.
So, you know, somebody approached me and said, listen, you know, you watch my kids, but my man has a proposition for you. You can make some money.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So the girlfriend of the guy approached you and said, gangster. Go ahead, continue.
And so then, you know, I'm in college. I'm eating ramen noodles, things as well.
Listen, I still eat ramen noodles to this day. Ramen noodles is good. Go ahead. Don't hate on ramen noodles, people.
Come on, that's part of your meal in the projects. You want a different taste.
You grow up on ramen noodles, all of a sudden you got money, you can't eat ramen noodles. Out of here with that.
So what ends up happening is I say, where do I have to go? What do I have to do? And they tell me I have to go to a third world country, Thailand. I never even been past Long Island. So I'm like, all right, Thailand, you know, I'm ignorant. I'm like, cool, that's a couple of hours. What do I have to do? Just bring the suitcase, bring it over to Thailand. You're going to go by Cambodia. You come back, you get $10,000. So I'm like...
Did you know what you were transporting?
Not at all. Not at that time.
You didn't open it? You didn't...
I had no clue I was even under investigation. I didn't have a clue that this was even a part of a 28 female Nigerian cartel. I had no clue.
Wow.
Yeah. I had no clue it was bigger than that. I'm thinking I'm just going to make my money, make it fast. Don't
play with me.
Serious. I'm serious.
You didn't think you would just go make
You
some
don't
fast
ask
money.
questions. When you're from the projects, you know not to ask questions.
So you know you from the projects. And
yes.
They handed you a suitcase and they said you're going to
go
to Thailand.
They said you go here. You're going to go to Thailand. When I found out where I was going, I did my research. Was I scared? Yes. Did I want the fast money? Because back then it was Get Money with Lil' Kim, so I wanted to be Lil' Kim and Biggie. So I said yes. When I got there and they gave me the suitcase and said, you're going to bring this suitcase to this next location. Are you okay with that? I said, sure. Did I ask what was in it? No. They said, all right, give us a suitcase with your clothes and we'll be right back in a couple of days and we'll give you your next instructions. And that's how it went.
I feel like I'm listening to the manuscript from Blow or something. Like, this is crazy.
Well, I have the paperwork. So.
I believe it. Now, what happened to change your life?
So, I mean, I did several of those trips. I came home.
Several as in how many?
About 6 or 7.
So she made about 60,000.
No, my price increased as I.
You mean at least 60,000? But go ahead.
And then, but
you count dollars here.
So I'm home and I'm thinking enough is enough now. My passport is stamped up crazy. I can't go anywhere, and so.
And you didn't get caught at one ever.
the feds were there the whole time. I had instances where they tore up my suitcase. I had instances where I was in Mexico and they was like, hold the plane, because it's a small little plane when you get. So there's instances that they were already under investigation before I even became a part of this whole piece that was there. And so when I came home, so I served my time. I did 4.5 years of
Oh, so you
prison.
did get back?
Nope. They came to get me from home. So when I came home, after a couple of months,
jail. I'm sorry.
right? Sorry. When I came home from my trip,
Gotcha.
a couple of months later, the FBI knocks on my door and they tell me I'm a part of a case. Then from that, the case is from Chicago. So from there, they transfer me to MCC New York, to MCC Chicago. I served my time there for 2 years before I get sentenced. I find out that there's a whole ton of women upstairs. And they don't know if I can go. I'm in solitary. They don't know if I can go upstairs because they don't know if I know the women. They're all Nigerian women. I'm the American one. And so I get my case. I serve my time. I go to Bryan, Texas. I do what I have to do. I come home and I say, all right, it's time to change. It wasn't really nothing that I had to change my life. I wasn't a bad kid. You know, I worked hard for everything. It's just this one mistake that went left. It's this one mistake that went left.
I used to tell that story too. I'm not a bad kid.
I'm serious.
It's just one situation that really got me messed up out here. Shout out to all the good kids out here.
Exactly.
It's the Sit Down. It's your main man, EmEz. Lucinda Cross, speaker, author, is in the building. So you changed your life.
Yes.
Where are you now in this point in your life?
So right now I'm doing good. I'm married. I have 3 children. We moved on up. We made some coins. I'm an author. I linked up with a mentor as soon as I got home. He introduced me to the world of entrepreneurship in terms of being a business owner, in terms of writing my books. And so that's how I ventured into public speaking. And now I go across the globe just speaking to women, telling them, you know, don't give up. And I also speak to at-risk youth.
Okay. What motivates you to speak to them?
Because I realize that a lot of people are holding their truth. You know, not a lot of people are speaking their truth and standing in their power. They believe in showing this facade and living that facade. For me, it's be who you are so that you can really step into your purpose. And that's what I did.
Are you targeting just females?
No, there's a few good men. I do speak a few good men. A lot of men do listen. They do attend my events. They do show up at my conferences. But the majority of it is females.
I was talking to my assistant this morning, and I was trying to get her to become a black leader out here. She says she wants to be a part of the community and wants to be all that, but there isn't this. So I was like, so why don't you be that? What advice do you have for someone like that?
Go out there and do it. A lot of people have these dreams, and so for your assistant, people have these dreams. They say they want to do something. Go do it. What are we holding back for? Somebody's suffering the longer we don't step into our shoes. And so I just say, go do it. Go do it. People say, oh, Lucinda, I want to speak. I want to empower. Well, go do it. There's millions of schools. There's millions of shelters. Like, what's stopping you?
Perfect. Well said. It's the Sit Down. It's your main man, EmEz. Lucinda Cross is in the building, dropping some knowledge on you. Talk to me about the vision board party.
Okay, yeah.
I know what a vision board is, but explain to me how that becomes a party. Go ahead.
So a group of people get together and we pull out our boards. We talk about our goals. I say the vision board is your goals in living color. We talk about our goals. Where do you see yourself? How can you create that? Put down images and words that excite you. And we have a good time. We eat. Some people have some wine. We celebrate. We cry. It's a great experience. So the vision board party. And now I have these vision board kits. So now you don't even have to come out if you don't want to. We just send the vision to you.
So I can't attend a vision board party unless I have a vision board.
No, you create it right there at the vision board party.
Oh, okay.
Everything is
okay.
All you have to do is just show up.
And then you create your vision board.
Right there. We ask questions. What's your fears? What's holding you back? What stops you? And then we go into, all right, what's your desires? What's your dreams?
Okay.
Nobody's asking the youth that. They're not. They're not even asking grown men and women that. What's your dreams? What's your desires? How can I help you get there?
Each one teach one, as they say, right?
Yes.
Talk to me about the book.
Okay, so the book, Activate Your Vision, I have 4 books, but the last one is Activate Your Vision. And that one goes with goal setting, your vision board, where do you see yourself? It's a 40-day guide, how to take the board, how to take your vision off the board and into your life. So that's...
How long did it take you to write?
Like 9 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought this was a long drawn out process? While
No,
you
people
spend...
are not reading that much. Just make it short and sweet. I mean, it's a good book. It has, you know, a healthy amount of pages, but you got to meet people where they are. When you're trying to chase your dreams, you don't have time to read a whole doctoral thesis. You're not opening up an encyclopedia.
So when you go out to these speaking engagements, do you go into your past with a lot of these engagements you go to?
Recently, I have. Recently I have, because of the way media, that's what they've been interested in. But so recently I have, and I do share it, and it makes it relatable, and it adds some connection. Do
you find that you come across women that were going through that same thing?
100%, not even 80, 100% of the time, somebody walks up to me when I finish and says, I did the same thing. Thank God I didn't get caught. Every single time. Not once. I was in LA with a group of actors once. One person walked up. I was speaking to doctors who was going to, they were doing their internship or whatever. It's always one or two people who walk up and say, wow, I did the same thing.
Okay, so it's the sit down. It's your main man, EmEz. We're talking to speaker, author Lucinda Cross. I feel a way when I see the slut walk. The Amber Rose slut walk, and the facade behind it, empowering women to do A, B, and C. I'm all for the women empowerment, but I think there's a tasteful way to do these things. Talk to me about your view on Amber Rose's slut walk.
So, I'm not so familiar with all that. I don't understand it. To me,
you sound like me.
I'm confused. I'm lost for words. I don't know her journey. I don't know how she arrived there. Listen, I pray for the girl, but in terms of empowering our young girls, they need to be who they are. There's nothing fake about me. I didn't purchase anything on me except my hair and my nails, but everything else about me is who I am. And that's what I try to relate to the girls. So for me, my walk is different. So I don't respect when you feel as a woman, if you have to come ratchet or if you have to have a different facade. I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand it.
How do you feel about your president?
My president, Obama? Oh, I don't. The 45th?
Obama's not your president no more.
Oh, the 45th?
Donald J. How you feel about Donald J? What thoughts?
DJ, he's a piece of work. He's a businessman. And, I mean, this is who's in office right now. We have somebody who's not focused on the people, they're focused on the money. Okay. So
I got another question. What do you say to the ignorant men like myself that said if 2.9 million chicks came out and did the walk, why weren't all 2.9 million of you voting for Hillary Clinton when the election came?
What if all of them did? What if all of them did? But we don't know that.
The stats don't say that they did.
Yeah, but what's the stats? Stats could be adjusted and altered. Who's to say that they did? So some women didn't vote, and I've heard from the streets, some women didn't vote because they said, you know what, this is crazy. Some women decided to vote. Some women, who's saying all those women who was out there marching have even the right to vote? Some of them may not even be from here.
Hey, I'm just being devil's advocate here.
I know, but, I'm just saying, like, what if they did vote? We can't go according to the stats because they're going to elect who they want to elect anyway. I don't know.
That's a different conversation.
That is.
We gonna go too deep, and I'm not that type of guy.
It is.
Let's just hang out here. It's the sit down. Shemaine man, EmEz. Speaker, author Lucinda Cross is in the building. Out of the books you've done, which one is your favorite?
It's a book called The Road to Redemption because that's the first time I opened up and shared.
And you ain't bring no books?
How you know I don't have a book?
I'm asking. I'm looking. See no books.
Okay, I'll blame it on my PR
person.
Okay,
no doubt. Go ahead. As you were.
I'll bring a book.
Go ahead.
But it's The Road to Redemption. That's the first time that I started to share my story. I was afraid to share it because I was working with high-end clients that didn't look like me. And I didn't know how they would receive the truth. And my mentor said it's time to tell the truth because you're not serving your clients, you're serving another audience of people.
That is true. Talk to me about the Activate movement.
The Activate movement comes from people and myself I say I was the president of the procrastination committee. I always procrastinate.
I think I own that role now.
And the perfectionism committee. So the whole Activate movement is about those who are the best kept secrets coming out. If you are an author, it's time for you to come out. If you speak, it's time for you to come out. Whatever it is, just come out and come out in a big way and do it. So we help the best kept secrets be seen. What? What's going on?
The whole coming out thing, I was going to go somewhere with that.
We'll create their platform,
there you
right?
Go. There you go.
We help those create their platform.
Any last words you would tell a young woman that feels that America isn't speaking to her?
That she has to create her own America. That's what I believe. Women, I mean, to me, women rule the world. So for my young girls out there and even the women out there, we have to create the world that we want to see. I'm creating my own world. I'm not worried about who's elected, who's selected. I'm creating my own situation. And that's all. That's the best that I can do. And that's the best that we all can do.
All right, hopefully we'll save some of these girls out here.
Yes,
One
a lot
at
of them. A lot of them. A lot of them.
Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Lucinda Cross, speaker, author. It's the Sit Down. Thank you.
Shout out EmEz and tune in to the Sit Down.
Boy, you should have known by now. Easy does, easy does, easy does.
Power 105.1.